Welcome to the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex. Today we're looking at a paper from the Hugging Face trending list, published on January 25, 2026, just 3 days ago. It introduces a massive benchmark of over 1,000 internet memes to test if A, I can truly grasp cultural nuance, finding that current models struggle significantly with context and emotion, especially when dealing with textless music and sound effects. The paper is titled A versus Meme Exam, a multimodal, multilingual, multicultural benchmark for large language models, contextual and cultural knowledge and thinking. And as we'll see later, the findings expose a critical gap between simple recognition and actual understanding in state-of-the-art models. To visualize this, Figure 1 breaks down model accuracy across specific categories for systems like Gemini 2.5 Flash and QN3 Omni. On the left, looking at question types, notice that scores are highest for language analysis, which focuses on surface content. However, the lines slope downward for context inference and world knowledge, revealing that current systems struggle to connect the dots beyond the literal text. Moving to the middle panel, we see a similar trend, where performance is solid for English and Chinese, but drops for non-linguistic inputs like music and sound effects. So what exactly constitutes this dataset? Figure 2 provides a comprehensive breakdown. The top timeline illustrates the incredible historical range, stretching from classical pieces like Beethoven's Fifth in the 1700s to modern viral hits like Nyan Cat in the 2010s. It covers everything from iconic movie lines like "Here's Johnny" to functional sounds like the Windows XP startup chime. Below that, the pie charts detail the composition. Notice in the first chart that world knowledge and contextual inference together make up nearly half the questions, confirming the focus on deep understanding. The middle chart shows a mix of speech, music, and sound effects, ensuring models can't just rely on text transcription. Now, Figure 3 outlines the rigorous pipeline used to curate this dataset, ensuring it tests genuine understanding rather than just pattern matching. It starts in the top left, where 27 human researchers manually collect clips from platforms like YouTube and Bilibili to capture authentic cultural moments. Then, looking at the gray box on the bottom right, the process uses large language models to filter out so-called text cheats. These are questions that can be answered using text alone, without any audio or video. By removing these, the authors ensure the benchmark truly tests multimodal perception. Finally, multiple rounds of human verification refine the set into the final 1,032 memes. Table 1 breaks down the detailed performance scores across the different levels of understanding. On the left, the table shows results for the complete dataset, while the right side focuses on the harder meme main split, where obvious text clues were removed. Scanning the rows, a clear hierarchy emerges. The audio-visual models in the lower section generally outperform the audio-only ones at the top. Specifically, Gemini 3 Pro, in the very last row, leads the pack with an 80% average on the main split. However, notice the discrepancy between columns. Under L for language analysis, top models often score above 90%, but if you shift to U for usage or W for world knowledge, those numbers dip significantly, highlighting the cultural gap. Well, Figure 4 offers a crucial sanity check by comparing these models directly against human participants. The plot groups performance based on whether the humans were familiar with the meme. On the far left, under familiar, notice that the gray cross for humans and the red diamond for Gemini 2.5 Flash are tied at roughly 74%. This proves that with prior knowledge, humans hold their own. However, in the middle columns for unfamiliar and unseen memes, human scores drop steeply to below 60%, whereas the top models stay consistent. Ultimately, this research underscores a major frontier for multimodal AI. Even top performers like Gemini 3 Pro struggle to move from surface recognition to deep cultural understanding, especially when text clues are missing. The key takeaway is that true intelligence isn't just about perceiving signals, but interpreting their social and emotional context. That's it for this episode of the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex. Thanks for listening.